Students, welcome to Purnang. That was the question. Again, you have to find the sum of first n terms of this series. So you all know how to start. So let's start quickly. So Sn is nothing but summation of r goes from 1 to n. Summation of what? Summation of the general term. So what's the general term? So as you all can observe, in numerator we have consecutive squares of natural number. So 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. So r term will be r square, of course. So it's r square. And in denominator, as I always say, collect the first numbers of all the terms of the product. So 1, 3, 5, 7. So that's an AP with common difference 2. Common general term will be 2r minus 1. Similarly, collect the second numbers of the product of all the terms. So it's 3, 5, 7, 9 again, and AP of common difference 2. It will be 2r plus 1. So that's the general term. Now see, here the things are very visible and clear. In denominator we have 4r square minus 1 if I multiply them. And in numerator you have r square. So the first thing, or I think the only thing which all of you would have done, and that's what I also started with, is multiply and divide by 4r square. Okay, 4. So now it's 4r square minus 1 and then plus 1 here. So add and subtract it. What are we going to get? So therefore Sn is 1 by 4 times summation r goes from 1 to n. So I can write it as 2r minus 1 into 2r plus 1. Of course that gets completely cancelled here. Isn't that, बच्चों? बचा क्या आपके पास? बचा यहाँ पे 1 by 4 times summation of 1 upon 2r minus 1 into 2r plus 1, and now that we can easily break into difference of two consecutive term. Okay, so this one is sorted, this one is done. So this is nothing but 1 by 4 times summation r goes from 1 to n, and this is 1. Okay, so sum of 1. That means whenever we are using, see what's the formula is. So let me write it here, summation 1. So if you are talking about summation 1, r goes from, let's say, 0 to n. So answer is n plus 1, isn't that? So the answer here is n plus 1, bachcho. Okay, so whenever you are adding 1, so the answer is always the number of times you are adding it. Like if I say summation of 1, r goes from 10 to 100. So how many times? So it's 91 terms. From 10 to 100 it's 91 terms. So it's 91. Okay, so that's how you can directly write the value of summation of 1 here. So we are done. Now for the second one, 1 by 4 times. Okay, let me use it. Okay, now I will write it as 1 upon the smaller one minus 1 upon the larger one. Now let's see, is it balanced? So 2r plus 1 minus 2r plus 1, so it needs 2 there. So we are getting in numerator 2, so that means I need to multiply denominator also by 2, and now it's balanced. Okay, so let us write it. So therefore our S is Sn or Ss. So this is nothing but n by 4 because r goes from 1 to n, and this is 1 by 8 times. Now let's go, let's put the values of r here, बच्चों. r की वैल्यू रखते हैं, तो r of course यहाँ पे 1 से n जा रहा है. So when you substitute r by 1, we get 1 minus 1 by 3. Similarly, so it's 1 minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5. We don't need to write those many, but ठीक है, चलिए. And the last, so I won't be writing it because now as we have already discussed in the previous video, previous solution, that what are we going to get? So if we are left with only one term or as many terms in the beginning with one sign, like positive sign, will be left with equal number of terms at the last with the opposite sign. And since we got 1 from here by replacing r by the first value which r takes, that is 1, so we will get the last term with negative sign from here, and that we will get when we will replace r with the last value it takes, and that is n. So you put n there, so you get it as, so 1 minus 1 by 2n plus 1, and that's it. So that should be the answer, and I believe most of you would have definitely got this answer, bachcho. Okay, so that's it for today, bachcho.